Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Mixed Tag Show probably brings to you Straight Shoot Sundays. Now, as you can see, I'm currently walking through my house. As I like to do with Straight Shoot Sundays, it's supposed to be, unscripted, to the point. I know I'm running a little bit late. I'll tell you in a second why I'm running late when we have our special guest, Miss Krista B from Those Wrestling Girls, join us. As I finish the setup and getting ready for this Straight Shoot Sundays with this woman that is very great in this media field for wrestling. She's one half of Those Wrestling Girls. So, okay, she's here in the chat room. I'm going to get her on. Just give me one second. I'm going to get her on. Let me just... I don't know if I can see my wife in the background. She's getting ready to head out, too. She'll kill me if I let you see her. All right. Such an interesting week. Have a couple of announcements to make on this one. I'm going to share with you guys as I speak to Miss Krista B. All right. Set up. Boom. Throw the headphones in. I'll be lit. Sorry for the delay. Had to run the errand, ran late. I'll tell you why in a second. I'm going to share the story with Miss Krista B, our special guest today. Courtesy of the Mixed Tag Show, of course. As I sent her the request. Oh, there she go.
Hi.
Hey. So this is not even what I was supposed to wear today, but I'm just going to wear it anyway. Shout out to Adam Cole, baby. What shirt do you have on today?
Oh, I have on my Raw as War shirt, taking it back to Attitude Era, of course.
Classic.
Shout out to one of my closest friends, Mimi. She got me the shirt for Christmas.
Classic. So the reason why I'm late, and I apologize to you for that I'm late right now, is because this is one of the announcements that I was going to make. I'm starting a Twitch channel for Blue Magic Grind, where I'll be doing video games such as Call of Duty, FIFA. I play those games a lot. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just combine two things I love together? And also, I'm going to do some wrestling content on there as well. Details will come later. So I went to go out to Best Buy to go buy the capture card that I need, whatever. So I see it. I'm like, all right, I can run real quick. It's like 10 minutes away. I left around like 2 o'clock, 2:10 or so. I'm like, it takes like 10, 15 minutes to get there. I buy it, boom, I come back. It should be simple, right? Get there, there's a line outside of Best Buy. That's cool. I know what I want. So, I still can get in and out. I get inside. This is the last one. So they're trying to find where it's at. So I'm like, yo, all right, it's okay. I still got time.
You got, right.
I go to pay, and my credit card company decides to block my card. So then now I'm sitting there, have to wait like an extra 10 minutes to get them on the phone to unblock my card so I can pay.
Oh, man.
So that's the whole delay right there.
Well, I'm glad that you got what you went to go get.
Yeah, I mean, I went through a lot, but hopefully it pays off. Yeah, right. I'm gonna try it out later on. I'm gonna do a stream of Call of Duty, one of my favorite games, and then hopefully it goes well. I'm still trying to learn the setup and everything. Like literally, I just got up this morning. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try Twitch today. I'm gonna try Twitch. My wife is just looking at me like, yo, you're crazy. Like,
I mean, Twitch is where it's at.
Just so I hear.
Twitch is where it's at. Like, our friend Jeree from Face Beat Hills High, she has her own Twitch channel and she gets views. Like she was in communications with Paige at one point, with Zelina Vega at one point on Twitch. Twitch is where it's at. So jump on it.
So if you haven't, for the people that need to know, follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/Blue Magic Grind. We are on the road to 50 followers. That's when you become an affiliate. So we're on the road right now. So how's your morning Sunday? Sorry for taking over without the proper introductions.
Oh, it's fine. I literally just came in from church probably about a half an hour ago.
Oh, so you're being going to church live?
Yeah. Oh, and Chaz, he said what up.
What's up, Chaz?
Yeah, he was like telling me to tell you this. What up this morning?
What's Chaz? Chaz who?
I'll
said
find
Chaz
out.
Or Kaz?
Chaz. CHAS.
CHAS?
Mm-hmm.
Is he tall, kind of skinny?
Mm-hmm. Glasses, funny. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to be at A-List Radio together. when I used to do A-List Radio back in like 2011. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me to tell you what up.
Oh, tell him I said what's good, man. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I know he does like music production. He's a truck driver. That's
Yeah, and we go to the same church, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't. My wife is trying to convince me to go back to church by Easter. I don't know. I got anxiety about this whole COVID situation.
I mean, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. But yeah, I spent my morning in church.
Okay, I feel you. So as we start, first of all, tell everybody who you are, who you represent.
Okay, everybody. Hi, I'm Krista B, one half of those wrestling girls. If you don't know us, I don't know where you've been. No, just kidding.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm co-host and co-producer of Those Wrestling Girls. You can follow us everywhere on social media. Those Wrestling Girls on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Our YouTube, Those Wrestling Girls. Subscribe to our YouTube and our Patreon, and on TikTok as well.
See, so everywhere.
We're everywhere.
So, before I get to what you guys do, right? You personally, how did you get into wrestling?
My brother. I tell story all the time. My brother, yeah. I was 6. I was watching Survivor Series 96, and I saw The Rock come out. And like from there, it was just like
another Rock fan.
Yeah,
you know, Jenna's the same.
Shout out to Jenna. That's my sis. That's
another Rock fan.
Yeah, but it was my brother. Like every time a big pay-per-view will come on, or we'll watch Raw. Raw is War, of course. Right. Shout out to Heart of a Lion in the room. What's up, Kay? He would always tape the pay-per-views.
Right.
Because you know when they played on the playback on Mondays, they'll have the still shots without actually playing it. So then the pay-per-views would come back on Tuesday or Wednesday, so everybody could rewatch it. So he would always tape it. We would always be a divided house. It was Stone Cold, The Rock, D-Generation X. I feel like everybody, when D-Generation X came out, everybody was D-Generation X, but you always had Team Rock and Austin. But yeah, so from there, that was my love for wrestling.
Did you take that same break that everybody took?
I did. I took a break like 2004.
Yeah,
like when I was about to graduate.
Everybody should break at the same time.
Yeah, well, for me, my break was, and I don't want to like bring the mood down or whatever, but I remember my grandmother had passed on a SmackDown like in 2002. I remember I was watching SmackDown or whatever, like after that, and I'm like, all right, I don't know where this is going. The Rock hasn't been on TV as much. I don't know what's going on with Stone Cold. That's like around the time when he left and he had whatever. So I'm just like, all right, whatever, you know. And it didn't have the same essence. Like, half of everybody that was in the Attitude Era, like the brand split, and it was just like, it didn't feel right. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But then 8th grade came, and I was just like more focused on, you know, which high school I'm gonna go to and who I'm be with and stuff. So yeah, everybody took that break. I definitely took that break.
Yeah, I think that's around the same time when I started college. Around that, like, no, it was a couple of years before college. It was like my last year of high school. So I graduated in 2005. So it was like around that area, and I was just like, all right, I'm not going to college. I became a frat brother, like one of those frat boys, and I was just all about, like, wrestling was not.
Right, like I got to high school, wrestling was not even a thing. Nobody mentioned it. Like, I feel like if my friends are supportive of me now, and they've always been supportive of me. But I feel like because high school is a whole different time period, I feel like my friends would have been like,
all right, you go sit at the
like more, go. We're not talking wrestling. But now they're supportive of me, like.
Yeah.
And it's different now.
And I think that's what it is too. Like, so when you're younger, it's good for wrestling, and when you're a little bit older, it's good for wrestling. But that in between, where you try to fit in and find yourself, like you gotta wrestling ain't it. Yeah, wrestling ain't it. You got everybody look at you like you're a weirdo. It's like, what? Like, nah. Like we talking about sneakers and clothes over here, and swag and like
music and dance and step and all that. Wrestling was not it.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, you from BK, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn all day.
What's your family background?
We're American.
American.
Yeah, from the South.
Well, see, I'm from Jersey. My parents are Haitian, so Haitian descent. I only ask that because I like to see different origins for wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Always, because like Jenna always talked about it, and I always talk about it as well. Like we never knew that the Black community of wrestling was as big as we see it now, right?
Right.
When you first got on Twitter, it was just like random people talking to each other, and now we came to a point where we got a whole group on Twitter, and people are trying to link up more, especially ever since the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic, in a way, was like a blessing in disguise, as it forced a lot of Black wrestling media to link up and really work together.
Yeah, that's true. I said this yesterday on a panel that Patricia held, Queen PR, the other half of those wrestling girls, and I was like,
shout out to Patricia, yo,
shout out
Jersey,
to P. Yes, she's from
Jersey.
the Bronx, of course, but she did live in Jersey. She does. She reps both. I respect her for that. Yeah, but I said on the podcast yesterday, a panel yesterday, that if it was like we never would have known how big the Black wrestling community was or is still growing if it was not for Twitter.
Right.
Like we see, like what we think of a wrestling community is what we see in the stands while watching television, or even like before we even started going to shows. It was mostly white. It was mostly male. There were very few minorities, and when those minorities were in the seats, you didn't see them as much on TV unless it was like a celebrity like LeBron James,
right,
or Fabulous, or
right,
whomever. But now, being that social media is such a big thing in today's society, in today's world, and it's okay. And now we're in our late 20s, early 30s, or whatever. It's okay for us to be like, yeah, we're gonna watch wrestling, because now we have more representation for us as well too. So it comes full circle now. Like, okay, this wrestling community of people of color is growing because we have more representation on TV.
Yeah, I remember when I first heard Wale make wrestling references on his mixtapes. I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, that, it's put it in a different platform, and then just to see people migrate to that. Shout out to Kev, Isaiah. It's good, bro.
Hey, Kev.
So that's when I realized it. And speaking of Twitter, like you guys, like we said earlier on, is on every single platform, which is very great for your brand. And you guys are very consistent. I give you that too, because after a while, me and Jen, we get burnt out. We're like, tomorrow's our 3-year anniversary, and it was just like a lot.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats on that.
Like once it hit like 2 years, it was just like a lot. It was all, like, remember, we used to do the fantasy draft, and we plan to bring that back too. The fantasy draft. We was doing the skits. It was just a lot between us two, and try to balance out life. So for you guys to figure it out and stay so strong, I commend you on that. One of y'all strongest platform is Twitter, with like 6,800 followers, 6,850 to be exact. How did y'all grow that community on Twitter like that? Because like, Twitter's probably like one of the hardest places to grow a nice following.
It's all Queen PR. Like, seriously, she runs our Twitter account. I'll do our IG stories and Facebook discussion groups, but she does the Twitter. Like, Twitter is her thing. Like, we had to find what works for us, and Twitter is her thing. It'd be things that it first started with live tweeting the shows. So we would live tweet and, hi, Danny, how are you? We would live tweet the shows. I'll put my initials, she'll put her initials, and then it got to a point where she would just live tweet, and I'm like, sis, how do they know which one is us? I'm like, you know what? You can hold on Twitter. If it really wasn't for her, I swear to you, our Twitter platform would not be where it was at, because that's her thing. I can't take the trolls and stuff a lot, because there's only but so much I can say in words.
Right.
You understand? And I'm just like, I know they're trolls. I know they're not here, but if they were here, they're bound to get punched in the face. I stay
that BK come out.
Right, real quick. So I stay off of Twitter, like unless it's something pressing, like this whole Hulk Hogan stuff, which we'll probably get into in a minute. Or if it's something that's like, I like to do the retweets.
Right.
Like P will be on there and she'll see something, like she just posted something about Sarah Logan, which is very disappointing. And I'll just do the retweets, and I'll probably put my little 2 cents in with my initials. But P, that's all hers. I commend her. If it wasn't for her, our Twitter would probably be nowhere. And I promise you.
So you bring up the Sarah Logan situation. Like, what is your personal thoughts of that? Because to me, I found, like you said, I find that very discouraging. I'm hoping for her sake that's like, take, like, maybe that's not the reference that she meant to do, Because again, people may seem like Boogaloo is also like we know it's a dance, whatever the case may be, but I don't know, like it's so
Um,
hard watching our like people that we've rooted for turn against us in a way. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I get it, but at the same time, somebody wrote it's not surprising. It's disappointing,
It's
but it's
not.
not surprising.
It's
You
not
understand?
surprising. Nothing surprises me
Like
anymore.
nothing surprises me anymore. Like you're going
Ever
to
since 45, nothing surprises me. I'm just like, yep, here we go.
right.
It's just coming out more and more.
It doesn't surprise me at all. It's very disappointing though because like you said, she had a lot of people rooting for her, a lot of people of color rooting for her. So for
Hmm.
you to be okay with like a future civil war and you're gonna post a picture with you wearing a bungalow hat or whatever with the gun on with the rifle on it and be proud of that. It's just like okay, like now it makes me wonder like how did you really feel when you were around people who weren't like you like
Right.
or when you was in the back, like you have people of all races or nationalities in the back with you. So how were you interacting with them?
Right. You had wrestling matches against these people and everything.
Exactly. So it was just like, like I said, it's not surprising. It is disappointing,
Yeah.
but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. That's her opinion. That's how she feels. If that's what she lives by, cool, no problem. But just know you won't get any cheers or hoorays from us.
Right. And I
Love
just
that.
now it makes me question Ivar in a sense too, because it's like like Ivar, what are you doing over there?
Right.
I mean, I know that if I'm not mistaken, Ivar was it Eric or Ivar that helped train Sasha? Which one was it?
I think it was, I don't even know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember off the bat, but it's just like just seeing that now makes that's what happens when you start claiming racism like stuff, right? Because now everybody that's around you starts questioning
You start questioning, yep.
who you are really associated with. But the whole Viking situation that you guys do and like what's the real meaning behind it? You know what I mean? So it's just sad that you see something like that. And aligns with the whole racism thing, we got to talk about, like you said, the Hogan situation. Like, I feel like they just won't let that go. Like
They won't. And it's
just let
so
him
annoying at
go.
this
Just let
point.
him
Right.
go. Like, cause I
Nobody
don't.
wants to see Hogan at all. Nobody wants to
Nobody.
see Hogan. Nobody cares that Hogan is
Your demographic don't even remember him.
right. Like he was your biggest draw in the 80s. We're in 2021. That's like 40 some odd years ago, damn near now. Like,
Right.
let it go.
It comes to the point where I feel like Hogan must have something on Vince. Like he knows where he buried the body or something. Because I feel like every time we get away from it, Vince is like, all right, they're happy with us. Let's try to sneak Hogan back in. No, it's not working. It's not working. We'll try again later on. And it's just like it's never going to work. It's
Right.
not. It's not. Like
Right.
he never made a public apology. The apology he made to the locker room was bullshit.
And
So
then he was on some news thing and he was just like, "Oh yes, please forgive me." Like he was just so nonchalant, talking about, "Oh yeah, I grew up in South Tampa, and these are how me and my friends spoke, white, black, whoever." And they would just walk up and be like, "Hey, so and so word, this, that, and third." Nobody's walking up to you and saying, "Hey, nigga," and thinking that it's okay, especially a
right,
black person to a white person to think that it's
right,
okay for you to say it right back to them. Nobody's doing that.
all
No
cat.
matter what part you of the world you grew up in, nobody's doing that. And
Exactly.
he
It's
only
like,
apologized because he got caught, and
yep,
it wasn't
exactly.
sincere. It was not sincere. It was an empty apology. It was not something that you know people can move past. And then
Right.
they wonder why when we talk about reparations, they wonder why when we talk about civil rights movement, which was some odd 50, 60 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago.
But they
And
put
they
it in black
wonder,
and white. They put it in black and white
right,
to make us think that way.
right. Um, and they wonder why we're still fighting. They wonder why Black Lives Matter
Right.
movement is a thing. They wonder why. Like, there's no shutting us up. There's no hushing us up, especially this generation. Cause this one right here, us, we not our ancestors.
Right. And I don't know, like a little bit of last year when we and Jenna took a step away was because of what was happening. Like for me personally, I told her this was like watching how WWE handled it and watching how AEW and honestly all wrestling platforms handled the whole Black Lives Matter movement was very discouraging because I feel
Hmm.
like African Americans are a very large part of your audience that you ignore a lot of the times. And yes, you allow your wrestlers to wear Black Lives Matter stuff, and yes, you allow them to put their tweets out finally on WWE's end. But like after a while, WWE was like, all right, that's enough. You could tell when everybody stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah.
people were able to get past it because some of them got to stay backstage like New Day, that could continue making that wording. But you could just tell overall they just was like, all right, enough of the social stuff, get off of it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Right.
it kind of was like discouraged. Like, so how can I support something that doesn't love me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I love something that doesn't love me back? And then something I've watched wrestling since I was 3 years old. Like my first memory is of Undertaker. Surprisingly, right? Undertaker's first appearance at Survivor Series. Like that's my first memory of wrestling. So I'm like always like connected to that, and to see how Undertaker is nowadays, to see how these wrestling promotions don't care about us. It took a lot for me to come back to this last year. But people was like, you have to be the change. You can't just walk away from it. Like you have to find a way to change it, and that's the reason why I really still follow wrestling the way I do, and still have a connection to it. But last year was very challenging.
I mean, I think for Undertaker when he wore the Blue Lives Matter flag and whatever, like at the end of the day, you're gonna believe in what you believe in. You
Right,
understand? Like saying Blue Lives Matter does not mean Black lives don't.
right.
You understand? There's not a lot of bad. They're not all bad cops out there.
Yeah, my cousin's a cop.
Yes,
He's
right. And I
NYPD.
do I do feel like because these cops, the good ones at least, they put their lives on the line every day. They literally have to suck it up and go out there not knowing what they go into, not
Right,
knowing what they did, what they day may end up like, may not even come home to their families. You understand?
right.
Like it so I don't mind the Blue Lives Matter because just like we're saying Black Lives Matter, not every Black person is bad. It's bad that we all have to try and prove ourselves just because of the color of our skin. And with the cops, it's like that as well. For the good ones, they have to prove
Right.
themselves because of the color of their uniforms,
Yeah.
because of what they do. Not every cop is bad, and not every Black person is bad. Not every cop is gonna sit here and just point a gun at you or draw their gun or put their hand on their gun when they pull you over. Not
Right.
every Black person is a thug, a drug dealer, or this or that, has a charge. Like we, as a community, we dope as shit.
Right. See,
Like not
the
everybody the same. It's that stigma that has to be broken.
the thing with Undertaker is that he actually supports Trump. That's what hurt it. You know what I'm saying? Like he donated the money to the wrong cause, in my opinion. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
but he's in Texas. Who the McMahon? My thing is that if
yeah,
we're gonna be
and
mad
that's
at
important
Taker, then
too.
we gotta be mad at the
That's the point I was
McMahons and
making
not
too.
watch because Trump and Vince are friends. Linda
Right.
was a part of Trump's campaign and
Right.
party and stuff.
And they
So it's just
donated dumb
like,
money. No,
I mean,
trust me, I called all of that out. And just like how the situation happened with last year when Florida made them essential. And it was like
oh yeah,
blatant.
of course it was blatant because it's money in that. You
Right.
understand?
1 minute Vince and them give them money to a certain party, and all of a sudden a month later they're essential. Like it was just like crazy to me. Like that's what I'm saying. All together, that's why it took so much for me to come back, because I watch it like that means like I can't support WWE no more. That means I can't do this and that because
Right.
of
I
that
mean, like when it
ties.
comes to politics, everybody's gonna believe in what they believe in. I feel like it hurts more because those are people that we looked up to when we were younger, and
Yeah.
because of the fact of whatever was happening or whatever Trump was running or doing, and how it was a lot of social injustice among us, and he as president, he's never my
Mm.
president. I didn't vote for him. Um, decided to turn the other cheek or decided to be the battery in these race wars and things like that, that's what hurt the most. Like
Yeah.
if he didn't do any of that and it was just like playing Republican Democrat and he decided to run support Trump and
Right.
Trump didn't do any of that, I wouldn't care. I mean, I still don't care because everybody has their own political views, and
Right.
however they see fit and what they want to do, that's what they're gonna do. I can't sit here and say no, Taker, don't donate to Trump because of this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, he don't look like us.
Right.
He's gonna do what he wants.
And that's the
He
thing
already
too.
has
He's
that
older.
privilege,
He's older.
and he's older.
Yeah.
He's older, so he grew up with that whole
Yeah.
mentality. You understand? Like somebody now would be like, nah, like I'm not. Are you dumb? But then, just like I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Austin supported Trump. You understand? I wouldn't be
Right.
surprised of these things.
Even
Like
though he don't.
But I know he don't. But I'm just saying, if it
Yeah,
was
I
the case,
understand. I understand.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I get you. So just to just light up the mood back up and focus back on what you guys do. How did those wrestling girls come about? Um,
Me and Patricia met while we were writing for the same blog. We met through her twin sister Letty, and I believe I said something to the effect of "I'm missing wrestling for this" or something like that. And Patricia's eyes lit up like a Christmas tree, like, "Oh my God, you watch wrestling too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we were literally talk about it. I went from talking to her sister every day, or most every day, to talking to her every day, and yeah, we was talking about wrestling, and we was trying to figure out how we can talk on the platform and like have a platform to talk about the women's wrestling, because it was around the time where the women's evolution was starting to come about and
right.
stuff like that. And we was like, we should write about it. And we thought, we was like, nah, we tired of writing. We write now. You know, we're journalists now. Like, no. And then I was like, oh, we should start a podcast. And then, you know, we were trying to figure out how to go about doing a podcast. So when IGTV first came out, I was like, let's just see how this goes. So I was like, hey, we're those wrestling girls. And she was like, what? She couldn't stand the name. She could not stand the name. She was really trying to figure it out. I'm like, I'm telling you, those wrestling girls work, because if somebody likes us, they're like, oh my God, it's those wrestling girls. If somebody hates us, they're like, ew, it's those damn wrestling girls. At the end of the day, those wrestling girls are going to come off the tongues of other people.
Right.
We're always going to be in somebody's mouths. They're always going to
Right.
be talking about us, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent.
Yeah. Or
And then,
advertently. Like, there's those wrestling girls over there. And it's like completely it's
right,
another group of women.
exactly. A whole. So then it kind of grew on her and stuck on. She go, yeah, you know, and that's how it became about. And then we was just trying to figure out like what platforms to be on, how to execute it. You know,
Right.
all the things that come with being a podcast, and if we want to be on social media, how we going to put it up, and this, that, and the third. So that's really how those wrestling girls came about.
And see, that's the crazy thing too, is that Jenna didn't like the name either for the Mixed Tag Show. So like, we planned it. It was around the same time like those mixed matches was happening back
Mm-hmm.
like, and I was like, yo, the Mixed Tag Show is better because we're guy and girl talking about wrestling. She's like, nah, I don't think I like it. I'm like, what you mean? Like we literally sat inside of a Buffalo Wild Wings for like 2 hours just on the name alone. Like, we tried to scribble down names. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
look, the best one is the Mixed Tag Show. And I'm like, and it has to be with Jenna and Blue. She's like, no, your name was first. You came up with it. I'm like, no, it doesn't sound better. So we had to ask a Buffalo Wild Wings waitress, like, which one sounds better? And she's like, no, Jenna and Blue sounds better. And she's like, all right, fine. Like,
Right.
so like sometimes the name it just sounds better the way like when it comes organically.
Exactly. And it literally hit me, and she was like, but then now we're here 2 years later. So hey,
Bet you love it now.
she sure
Um,
do.
So what I know that do you guys have any plans for WrestleMania weekend? I know you guys like to do a lot of like watch parties and panels like
Um,
yesterday where you had Jenna and a few other girls. Shout out to Candace, one of my homegirls, on there. You have any plans for WrestleMania weekend? And it's
so
still on my bucket list. I want to be the first male on those wrestling girls.
listen, we just gonna have to draw names out. We just gonna have to draw names out of
I
the hat
called it
on this
first.
one.
No, I called it first
I
when
don't
y'all first came
know.
out. When y'all
I don't
first came
know.
out, I
I
go back
think
in the
Wilkins and
DMs.
them did it too. I
I was
think
the
Wilkins
first.
and them did it
Go back
too.
into the DMs. I was the
All right,
first
I'm
ones.
gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check. But WrestleMania weekend, it's funny because I have a women's brunch and panel on that Saturday.
Mm.
So all women's event, and Patricia PR, I'm sorry, she hates when I call Patricia in public. Sorry, sis. Um, she's actually one of the panelists on the show. I mean on the panel. So I'm not sure, but I know that if you guys don't know, I'm pretty cool with Bianca Belair. She actually reached out to me asking was I'm trying to still come to Mania, and I told her, if it's Saturday, I probably won't be able to come, but Sunday I'm gonna try to come. I'm really just going for Sasha and her, and I
Right.
told her that, and I was like, I need to know when you're wrestling, what
They
day,
probably
because I
they,
want to
they,
be there.
they probably gonna put them Saturday main event.
I feel so. It is gonna be ass.
Why?
Oh, excuse me.
Now you're
Why would
working
it?
hard.
Who, me or them?
No, I'm saying you working hard. That's why you're yawning.
Tired. Always working. Work never stops. I'm
Exactly. That's what I'm
sorry.
saying. You good.
Um, Yeah, I don't feel like they should be Saturday. I feel like they should be Sunday, literally close out the entire WrestleMania weekend.
I
You
agree with
understand?
you. Now that my idea fell apart, I agree with you. Like Sasha and Bianca should close out on Sunday because
To close
eventually,
out on Sunday.
because I don't know if you followed, but I was rooting for Lesnar versus Lashley at WrestleMania, and I
Ew,
felt,
why?
what you mean?
Just kidding.
Why?
Just kidding.
It's better than this McIntyre and Lashley. I tell you that right now. But
I feel like people sleep on McIntyre a lot.
it's not that I sleep on him a lot, but it's been like over a year now. Like, okay, we get it. Like, you lost it, got it back, and then you lost it. Work on something new and come back around SummerSlam. That's how I
Although,
looked at it.
yeah,
I felt like last year Lesnar was 15 years in the making. It had a lot of legs on it. It could have been written perfectly for this road to WrestleMania, and it would have been nice to have them close out a night and having the women's close out a night, and then call it a day. Have Roman and Edge start off a night since they like to do that a lot now, and that would have been a nice setup.
yeah. I think for Roman and Edge, as we all know, I am a huge Roman Reigns fan, and
Yes,
I'm loving this character. I'm loving this arrogant side, this heel side, but I feel like Edge should take the belt just to
really,
get Roman more upset. You understand? Like, let him go to another notch on that hill ladder
right.
just to get him more upset. Like, let the arrogance go out the window, but do something to where it's just like, all right, now I gotta really sit here and take control because everybody's taking me for a fool as the head of the table.
So you think he'll win tonight?
Who, Roman
Yeah,
against Daniel Bryan?
yeah.
It's a
All right, let's
possibility.
let's let's do this. Let's jump into the fast lane. So you think Roman is going to take over Daniel Bryan tonight?
Yeah,
I didn't finish SmackDown. Who won between Edge and I can guess who's Edge
Edge
that won.
won.
Yeah.
Edge won, and then Roman came out and speared Edge, and then he speared Daniel Bryan.
Hmm. Okay. So I can see
I feel
I
like
can see
Rome. I feel like
Edge is going to cost Daniel Bryan the match,
right,
and
right.
Roman's going to win.
Roman's gonna win. I feel like Jay's gonna be out there doing something. You know,
You don't think it's going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania
it should be if they fuck up tonight.
between Daniel Bryan and Edge and Roman? Because I think this is Daniel Bryan's last WrestleMania.
Yeah, so it should be. Cliff said, "Hey, Cliff, I ain't talked to you in a little minute." He said, "I feel they might make it a triple threat match." Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
See,
they will.
I wouldn't be mad at
They
that.
need to. Me neither. Not at all.
And like I'm pretty sure you know I'm not a very big Roman fan. Before this new heel change, I actually like this new character. I like it a lot. Um, I just don't like like me and Jenna talk about on our shows like the constant formation of SmackDown. It starts off with Roman, Sasha in the middle, and then end with Roman at the end. Like mix it up sometimes. Like sometimes
I
let's have a
mean,
match to start. Let's have a match. Why do we always have to
I mean,
talk to start
it's
off stuff?
easier said than done, but you just gotta think about talent wise. Everybody's not there because
Right,
Rona is still real, and being as spring breakers are partying up in Miami, and they're in Tampa. Stuff can definitely start to travel.
right.
Um, um, Triple H just is in quarantine because of a Rona outbreak.
Really?
Yeah,
I would have about this.
the same day we found out about Hogan was the same day I found out about Triple H. So
So
everybody got to be
he had the
careful.
outbreak, or a wrestler had an outbreak.
I think it was somebody at
Cool.
NXT,
You know what?
and
Never
now
mind.
he's
I'm,
in
I'm not even gonna touch
quarantine.
on that. I'm not even gonna touch about the why NXT always have these outbreaks. I'm not even gonna touch on that. So this Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Bianca and Sasha. How you rocking?
Sasha and Bianca.
You think they winning it tonight?
I
Really?
I don't think that they're winning it tonight. I would just love them to win tonight because they got issues, just like Shane. Well, now Shayna and Nia might have some issues too
Right.
After Friday, but Bianca and Sasha definitely have some issues because they lost last week or the week before last. And Bianca was just like, "Listen, sis, I don't lose. This is you. Wait till I
And
get to
it,
Mania."
but then Sasha just left her hanging.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
past,
So
I saw that part. I saw that part. I got up to that part. Sasha left her hanging. So that'd be
I
interesting to
feel
see them
like,
win.
yeah, maybe it'll be like another Cesaro and Sheamus, except they're not fighting for the championship belt.
Right, but then they're gonna have to break up by Mania. They can't be friends fighting that Mania.
I mean, later, probably later on.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think
but
they make a good tag team, to be honest with
they
you.
do, they do.
Maybe
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
Bailey. I told you. I love, as much as I love Bailey, I think Sasha and Bianca make a better team than Boston Hug did.
yeah. That's true.
Sidebar, going to the women's tag team. What do you feel about this Natalia and Tamina? I love Tamina. This is what I have to ask. Like
I love Tamina too,
I feel
and I
like
feel like this is
Tamina is
it.
like underrated, and she never gets her chances. Like
Absolutely.
she needs her time now.
Absolutely. Yes. I definitely agree. Tamina needs her time, so I'm definitely here for Tamina and Natalia. I don't know who knows. I'm not so big on Natalia. I feel like the reason why I'm not is because they kind of like shaft her around too much and she just like kind of takes it. I don't think she really
Hmm.
voices her opinion enough, and this is even from
Facts.
watching Total Divas.
Facts.
So I'm really not, you understand? I'm really not
Big
here
fan.
for it. Yeah, but these two together and like these heel turns that they're doing, I'm here for it.
I agree with you on the terms of Natalia. I used to watch Twitter Divas for a bit. And I used to see the whole situation with Natalia. Like she's like the company girl.
Yeah.
And she just want to do everything by the book. And whenever you try to push her away from the book, she's like, no, 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 that's not gonna make the company happy. And it's just like, all right, come on.
Yeah, you can't. It's too much.
So Biggie versus Apollo.
See, I really haven't been.
Oh,
I
wait.
started.
Before we move on, I'm sorry. There's a question. What's your opinion on Reggie? Reggie doesn't
I,
need to be there.
I feel like Reggie just needs to start fighting. Like I feel
Like,
like he just needs to start being in the match or calling it a day. Like yeah, he was in that match with Bianca and Sasha against was it Nia and Shayna?
probably.
But I feel like either you're gonna make him fight, find something for him, put him into a 5 Live, or yeah, he doesn't need to be there at this moment.
But I feel like they're gonna give him to Sasha as Sasha's because when a heel turn, it's good to have a follower, and I feel
Right,
Reggie's gonna be that follower for Sasha. Like he's gonna help them either lose tonight or win tonight, and he's gonna come out that him and Sasha's been working together all along.
right, because I don't think the thing with Carmella was
So,
working out.
oh, you frozen. Oh,
I'm
you're back.
frozen.
You're back.
Oh,
You're back. You're back. So yeah, that's my opinion. That's not our opinion on Reggie. Biggie
hmm
versus Apollo Cruz. Where we going? You gotta go Apollo, my frat brother.
all right, yeah,
This is my
alphas.
No, we're not alphas. We're sigmas.
Sigmas?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
first one
sigmas.
was alphas. Sorry.
Nah, we're sigmas, and that's my
All
sigma.
right, blue. Right. Duh. I should have known that. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm loving this new Apollo. I'm
Yeah,
loving it. But, I gotta go Big E, Team Pisces. He's March
I
1st.
mean,
I'm March 9th.
I'm March 3rd.
You're March 3rd. Oh, forgot you're Pisces.
Yeah,
There's many of us. It's a lot of us.
yeah, but I
Too
gotta go
bad our
Apollo.
season ended yesterday.
Yeah, but then
Eh.
like
All right, Aries, y'all can have it.
the fake Pisces. That's what I call them until it gets to April.
Cliff said, right. Cliff said the worst Nigerian accent of all time, but he's really Nigerian.
It's not. It's not the worst. I don't think it's the worst Nigerian accent. It's not that bad. It's not
I
that
haven't
bad.
heard it. Like I haven't heard the accent or heard whatever. But I've like seen clips and stuff. But I've been watching from the beginning. I've watched
Hmm.
it at the beginning of their feud, and I
Right.
was intrigued. So to be honest, it's a toss up. I don't even know. I don't mind who wins that match. I don't.
Yeah. This is both character
Apollo will be
developments.
deserving of it.
Very. Because it.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter who wins for me in
How you
that match.
feel? How you feel about that? Is only that his Nigerian side comes out only when it's a heel. Like we had this
Yeah,
discussion.
like
Like
it's
Phil, one of my right, one Phil D, who's a friend of the show and a writer. He wrote about it in an article for I want to say Bleacher Report, where it's
hmm
like, why does our nationality have to be the enemy? You know what I
right.
mean? Um,
That's what it makes it seem like, and this is what I touch on sometimes in our Road Talk episodes or in general. It's just like because we are this that I feel like because they don't know how to structure race and nationality and culture, they want to
right.
do it as a bad thing or
Yeah.
whatever, or they want to just try to make fun of it because when Kofi Kingston first came, he had a whole reggae
Right.
theme song like he was Jamaican and he's from Africa. Like
Yeah.
he's Ghana. He's from Ghana. Yes, his
Yeah.
family's from
Ghana.
Ghana. Like, why would you not use his African instead of Jamaican? You understand?
Right.
Like even with Lana, yes, we know she's Russian. We know Rusev is Russian. But then now you all Americanized, and you know,
Right.
like I feel like they're they're not trying to be insensitive, but they're sensitive to the fact of they don't know how to work about when it comes down to talking about people's cultures.
Yeah.
It's easier when you're white
Yeah.
because everybody can relate when you're white. When you have white writers, white staff, white creative. When you're a person of color, um, when you have a person of color, that's where it becomes more difficult, and it's where it's just oh yeah, throw a Jamaican accent on him
I
or
don't know
make
that
him
Mr.
this.
Berry. Sorry, I don't know about that Mr. Berry. It's because Kofi actually touched on why he went back to being to follow his roots is that when he was going through Ghana and he just like they kept asking like why don't you just represent your country? He brought it to WWE. So I don't know if like if you show some clips and you're right about that, my mistake. But I remember Kofi specifically talking about how he went back to writers to WWE writers like no, I want to represent where I came from.
Right.
But yeah, we just found that very weird. Like I don't know. Like and then the whole thing when he was like the real African Americans and kind of pit. That's another touchy subject of the how African Americans versus people coming from
From
Africa
Africa,
situation.
yeah.
That whole touchy subject. Like I
That's
just
that's some,
that
that's
rubbed
why
me
we
the
need
wrong
people
way.
like us writing for us.
Right.
It's like we need women like us writing for women.
Yeah, that's
Um,
another thing too. Because they had like Dana Warrior as one of the writers, and I don't think
that didn't last long, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, because she's not a wrestler. That was just weird. I just felt like they were just trying to hold her down for a bit.
Yeah.
Moving forward. See, look, Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in no holds barred. So, sidebar: if Drew McIntyre has his match with Sheamus, why are you booking him already for WrestleMania against Bobby Lashley?
Lastly,
Like, how you already
didn't
announced
Drew
it?
McIntyre win a match for him to go face Lashley?
I don't think so because it was him and the last match I see McIntyre in versus Sheamus. It was like a double D KO or something like that. I might be wrong, but that's the last time I remember McIntyre and Sheamus had a match and they knocked each other out or something like that. See,
Oh, I
yeah,
don't know.
they just announced it like here's his rematch at WrestleMania. I thought it was done with rematches. Like,
I mean, but you gotta shuffle your deck.
right, like that's what I'm
Sometimes you're
saying.
gonna
Like,
draw the same person or the same card that you shuffled already.
yeah, but they could say this for SummerSlam when he tried to win his title back. This is like too
True.
soon.
It is.
But yeah, I don't really care for that match. But who do you have between McIntyre and Sheamus?
I don't really care for that match either. I'm
See,
not gonna hold you.
see, like say that for WrestleMania. They could have had that at WrestleMania. Let this thing go further. Ha, Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss.
I feel like I'm the most. I feel like this is the match I'm mostly hyped to see.
Really?
Yes, because
Sidebar:
first
he
of all,
better not lose Lashley better not lose that title at WrestleMania. It's gonna be hell to pay. Talking about they want Drew to win in front of fans. Fuck that. Sorry.
then put it at another show. Don't put it at Mania. Um,
SummerSlam.
um, this whole Fiend and Alexa Bliss thing grew on me because I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And then this is when Bray comes back. Yes, I believe pop-ups and power bombs. I believe that. Um, but I feel like like they said, I don't think it's gonna be Alexa Bliss. I really think it's gonna be the Fiend.
Mm.
That's going to,
Pop up on him
hmm
and to let Alexa Bliss pin. I wouldn't be mad at that. I kind of like faded. I kind of like pulled away from this whole Alexa Bliss thing when she started showing up with 5 point stars and circles and that whole
Right. Like real
like y'all didn't have to do
satanic. Like,
that.
excuse me?
Y'all didn't have to do that. Like
Gotta go throw my holy water at the
right,
TV.
like
Like,
we don't bring those kind of
I'm
energies
not
in this
doing
house.
that. Nope. Burning the sage. Not doing that.
Right. So hold on, Z. Sorry, my daughter's calling
It's okay.
me. But yeah, that's why I was like kind of like I'm gonna watch this from afar. I'm not doing this part. Um, thank you, Pop Up and Power Bombs. She's
Oh,
saying
thank
like
you.
the both our shows. Yeah, they don't do very well with the non-English speakers like Shinsuke and Andrade and Asuka. Definitely like
Oscar.
Asuka. What
I
happened to
could
me?
just be yelling in Japanese and
Give subtitles or something.
something. Like it's like she could be really cursing your ass out
Right,
and everybody's laughing and
right.
thinking it's
Anybody knows what
funny.
happened? I would bring up AEW, but I know you don't like that show.
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't have time to watch it.
Okay.
The matches and stuff that I've seen has been okay. But some of the clips is like real sloppy to me. So I really don't have time to watch it.
Did you see this blackout match between Thunder Rosa and Britt
I saw
Baker?
clips
Watch the whole thing.
and I was just like, I felt like
Yeah.
and it's crazy too because I saw the clips of, like the little short 1-2 minute clips of the match, and I had just got finished watching Cactus Jack and Triple H in I think 2001 at Madison
Mm-hmm.
Square Garden,
Mm-hmm.
and it brought me back to that,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what the? These women did this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need WWE to like let these women bleed. Like, I need more chair shots. I need thumbtacks. I need fire extinguishers. I need barbed wire on fire on a 2x4. I
Right.
need all of that for these women in WWE. Don't get me wrong, Sasha Banks,
Yeah. That match against
she
Bailey, not Bailey, against Becky at the Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell. I feel like Sasha Banks, period. Like all her matches against Charlotte,
Yeah.
her matches against Becky.
She's the
Yes,
greatest in the world. I mean, what do you
she.
expect?
No, she is. I'm not even gonna say her lie.
Yeah. But yeah, like that match right there this past Wednesday, it just, and again, like I said, the match between Sasha and Becky was very brutal. But I had the question, I'm like, yo, this match would have been more brutal than Sasha, Becky, and Hell in a Cell. And that says a
Hmm.
lot because they just had what, chairs, thumbtacks, just a regular match with everything in it.
Right.
But that was very good. You should watch the whole thing. I think you would love it.
I definitely will.
Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. Why are
Oh,
we doing
next,
this?
next,
Why
next,
are we
next,
doing this?
next.
All
I'm
right.
sick of it. I'm sick of Shane and being pitted against these big people and whatever. And it was cool when it was Shane and Undertaker. I understood it, but now I'm just over it.
Yeah. Uh, Riddle versus Mustafa for the United States title.
I
Mustafa
love
Ali
me
to
some
win this.
Mustafa. Yeah, I love me some Mustafa.
And they low key took out the Matt out of Riddle's name, like they always do.
I think he dropped it. I think he wanted to drop it. Oh, I think it came because of the whole, I guess, sex charge or whatever have
Oh,
you. Whatever.
we'll see what happened with Ripley. Did I believe him? I'm
Right.
practicing now, calling her Ripley because I don't think I take out the Rhea like in 2 months.
Right.
Yeah, I like Ali got to win this because Retribution is looking very cartoonish right now, like very pointless. Like they've lost possibly like every match. I
Right.
think,
It's looking crazy. And they're supposed to be effective, supposed to be dominating, living up to their word, and they have not been.
yeah. And then they have and Mia Yim is in it. It's funny how Mercedes Martinez just dipped on them like, yeah, this is not gonna work for me.
And he went right back to NXT. Now she a whole tag team champion.
No, that's not her.
Oh, that's
No,
Raquel. I'm sorry.
that's like Raquel. Yeah. Um.
Mercedes. Oh, right. The other
Yeah,
one, the
the one
sassy one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with the
Mhm.
piercing on her lip.
Where she went?
She went back to NXT. She's like,
But I
nah.
haven't seen her in NXT. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she I think she takes a lighter schedule. She's not gonna be there every time, and she's more so like helping and coaching as well.
Oh, I haven't
So
seen her in a little minute.
yeah, she's still on the roster though. But that's the only thing with NXT. They have a lot of women and they've been doing pretty well, but there's a lot of people that they're
Mhm.
forgetting about. It seems like they're using the same women over and over again.
That's what I say all the time.
And then this random match that they just threw together yesterday, I believe. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
I don't even get where we're going with that.
Exactly. Exactly. Like,
Make it make sense, Lord. That's all I need to say.
and they better not put freaking Buddy Murphy back with Seth Rollins.
Why would they do that? First of all, when was the last Murphy?
He had a match against Cesaro. You back? You good? You good? Oh no, I'm here myself. Sorry about the singing. This is my daughter. All right, we're gonna get her back in here. Not sure what happened. I'm pretty sure it's like a little glitch. Send her invite in. Yeah, Brianna Brandy and NXT. Like they have a lot of people in NXT that they haven't been utilizing. And they just keep using the same three, four, five people, and sometimes it gets a little bit stale. This is why I feel like NXT has lost um their mojo in a sense. Yeah. Yeah, IGB it be having these moments. Send request. Let's see how it goes. The shout out to everybody to the chat right now. Yeah, I see you. I sent you the request back. Hopefully they'll let you back in. I see you add the acts as well. I've been trying to get you back in here. You might have to like close out the app and then open the app again. Yeah, they have like 2 hours and more people than Raw and SmackDown combined. And again, this is why they should have never gave them their own tag team titles. They should have let somebody from NXT actually win the titles and then let them roam around between Raw and SmackDown and NXT since they have more uh space to do that. You back?
Here, can you hear me?
Yep, we good. We're good.
I'm just trying to connect to see you. It still says, oh, there you are. Sorry
Yeah,
about
we
that.
good. You're good. You're good. IGB doing their own thing sometimes. But yeah, this Seth Rollins shit. I think Buddy Murphy had a match against I want to say Cesaro like a week or two ago, kind of like to defend Seth Rollins in a way, and it's just like don't put them back together.
Yeah, I don't need them back together. I want to know what his new Seth Rollins character is going because he's becoming more stylish now. You
Is he
know,
stylish?
yeah. I like those. I like it. I like it. And he had made a caption. He goes, "This is what the kids would call and say that I have that drip." And I just thought it was the most funniest thing ever. But yeah, I do want to see where it goes with Seth. I don't need him back with Buddy Murphy because what about Aaliyah Mysterio? Like it's just they just dropped the ball too much for me.
Yeah, they do. Like I was saying while you was resetting, I feel like when they give the women's tag team and NXT their own titles, it kind of hurt the current tag team titles. They should have just let somebody from NXT win it and let them travel between the three brands, so they'll be able to be move around whole lot easier than somebody from the ring roster, I'm guessing. But just getting their own titles for what? Like if you struggle with your division right now alone.
I mean, I
So
like it, and because I'm happy for Dakota Kai and Raquel
but
at
they're
the
not
same
champions no
time.
more. They
Oh
lost
yeah,
it the
right.
same
I
night.
forgot. They did lose the same night to Shotzi and Ember. See?
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. I know I
It's
worked
okay.
like
You working
50
hard.
million 11 jobs. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm even better. Happy for them too. But it also gives them reign to. I feel like it also gives them reign to come up and move some stuff around too. Because Charlotte went back down to NXT and became NXT Women's Champion when she fought Rhea. So it does up and down. So it gives them. I feel like it gives them a chance.
Let's see. I have my opinions about Charlotte. They're just trying to speed track it to her dad's number any way possible.
Is she already almost there? Or she is there?
She's one more away. In a
Yeah,
matter
because
of
now she
three,
wants
four
to fight
years.
Asuka. Girl, bye.
Right. And I didn't want to give her the title against Asuka. I swear if Asuka loses her again, I swear I will boycott Raw.
I need Becky to come back. I need Becky to come back and take what's rightfully hers.
No. Freaking Naomi should be champion. Give somebody else a
Yes, she
chance.
should. Yes, she should. I'm not saying that she should not be champion. All I'm saying is that we're gonna sit
Oh,
here and have
Becky,
an
yeah.
Asuka and Charlotte thing. Then no, let Becky come back and take it, and then let Naomi turn heel, fuck up Becky, let her be the female in the Hurt Business with all the
Right.
gold, and that's that.
But Naomi got to do better this time when she's a heel because last time it didn't really work for her. It
Listen,
was
I
her.
spoke to my good sis about that or whatever. We just gonna let her be cool.
There's something
All
I
right.
love Naomi. Naomi is, you know what I mean? That's the homegirl. So to close it out, I like to go like more on like your own personal level. So currently, I don't know if you want people to know where you work at, but I used to work at the same location. How do you like it
Everybody
there?
knows I work for Hot 97
Okay, I just want to make
WBLS radio
sure.
stations.
I didn't want to put people's business
No,
out.
it's okay. It's
How
fine.
you like it over there?
I
I used
love
to work
it.
there. Like,
I know. Like right before I got there.
how you know?
Lou?
Oh yeah, that's my homeboy. That's my best friend.
Right.
They're my boys.
Oh yeah, because anyway, hey Lou.
Wow.
Just joking. No, I love it. I love the fact I love it because I'm able to give more opinion and express. If it wasn't for Lou backing me on that story that I did, the Black Girl Magic in WWE, because he's a wrestling fan, and then we have Rosenberg, and then we have Juanito, and then we actually had wrestlers there like Big Show, McIntyre,
Right.
Natalia, Roman, even though I wasn't working at the time for that one. But I like the fact that I'm able to voice something and execute it, and he can see my vision, or they can see like what I mean and how it would draw to the audience. So I love working at Hot 97. I'm 2 years there now. About to be 3 this year.
Did you work on an article recently, if I'm not mistaken?
I did
Hot?
I did the women in Black Girl Magic in WWE. I came out last year. And then I also did when Bianca Belair won Royal Rumble.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So make sure you check that out. And I know PR be doing some writing on her end as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just check out everything from those wrestling girls. They be doing some fire stuff. We ain't general stuff like that
Thank you.
yesterday. You guys are very inspiring. I think Jenna finished the panelist. Me and her spoke. And I'm like, she spoke. And I forgot to tell her that you're going to be on here. That she's on her social media break.
Yeah, she told us.
Yeah, so she's not really seeing any of this. So I can tell all the bad stuff I want about her right now, which is cool. But
don't worry,
yeah.
It's gonna be right in your IGTV page. Watch.
And on Spotify and podcast and YouTube and all that stuff. I put it all over there. But yeah, that's what I'm not gonna say nothing. I realize. So, but yeah, definitely like you guys are very inspiring. Like I said, you guys are very consistent. This is why I wanted to bring one of you guys on. And again, I have PR on probably sometime next month or the month after, just to do y'all some space and make sure y'all cover everything and promote. Do right now, as we bring this to an end, we spoke longer than we should have. I usually kick this like 30, 45 minutes. But we also did the preview for Fastlane tonight, which is cool. Plug in everything that you're doing, plug in everything that's related to those wrestling girls. This is your platform. Do whatever you want.
So guys, you can follow myself and Queen PR, Those Wrestling Girls. On Twitter is T Wrestling Girls. Also, we have a backup page just in case, because we've been being told our tweets are coming off as spam. So it's T Rest Girls. I don't know why. Maybe somebody blocked us because we were talking about Hulk Hogan. Suck it up in your gut, and that's it. We also have merch, so you can definitely hey Nas. You can definitely click the link in our bio to buy our merch. Right now, it's the Attitude Era's collection. It's about to go. We might have a big sale, but right now we don't know. But just make sure you cop some Those Wrestling Girls merch. Tag us in it. We love to see you. We love you guys for supporting. So please subscribe to our YouTube. Please subscribe to our Patreon. Please follow us on social media. Listen out for the Krista B Sounds Off on Patreon. Words with PR. Please watch the panel that PR put together yesterday with women of all walks of life coming together and talking about wrestling. It was so amazing, so dope. It was a space that was definitely needed. You can follow us on our personal pages. Miss_Krista B_ and Queen PR is Queen 3_ PR. We're also on TikTok. And we're also doing our own things. You can follow me, subscribe to Hot 97 and WBLS if you want to know what I'm doing. Make sure you follow The Sun and all the entertainment stuff that Queen PR is doing. And follow Unapologetically Eclectic. Follow King Letty's social media services, KLS. Follow Mass Consumption under Queen PR. We just out here doing everything, trying to take over the world.
Everywhere.
That is it.
And for us, of course, I have another announcement for you guys. Remember I said too, tomorrow on March 22nd is our 3-year anniversary. So the Mixed Tag Show will be doing a live episode via Twitch for you guys to continue to tune in, have a live conversation on our chat rooms, and we can bring you guys in. So make sure you look out for the flyer for that. I'll probably have to drop that later today. Still working on the flyer. Yeah, on this end, I do like a lot of the graphics, a lot of the editing and all that stuff. So my plate gets full very quick.
Same here. I have to edit out. Oh, we also have a new episode dropping midnight tonight, right after Fastlane. We have a new one, so make sure you subscribe to that YouTube. It's a real fun episode. I hope. Well, I don't hope. I know.
What is it about?
Not telling y'all. Make sure. It's just a really fun episode. No, I'm not gonna say it. Nope.
Oh, come
on. Subscribe, watch, and that is it.
Okay. And also, at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 4:45. It's already
It's
4:07.
407.
Around like 4:45, I'll be going live on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Blue Magic Grind. Follow me everywhere at Blue Magic Grind. Follow Jenna everywhere at Miss Jenna Baby BAYBE. She's on her hiatus, but she'll be back soon. We drop an episode tonight as well after Fastlane. Um, that's gonna be a recap of Fastlane, and again tomorrow live for Twitch. I think that's everything I need to plug in. Follow For You Wear from my classic Black Lives Matter NWO style hoodie and T-shirts in red and black and white. That's about it. Thank you, Miss Krista B from Those Wrestling Girls, for
Thank
joining me this
you.
evening. And we're out. Peace.
We're out. Bye.
Let me hit this button. How do you get out of here? All right, there we go.